Hello, everyone, and welcome to our May Tech Talk. We're very excited today to have Buddy Brannan, who is the training specialist at Agiga, to talk to us about the new EchoVision glasses. We have been waiting for these glasses for a long time, and we're excited to know about them more, Buddy. Buddy is visually impaired himself, so sometimes you will be hearing voiceover, and if there are any technical issues and you cannot see the glasses, I will let Buddy know to raise his hand or bring it to lower it. Buddy, the mic is yours.
Great. Thanks, Tara, and thanks for having me, y'all. I appreciate the opportunity. And she said, my name is Buddy. I am the customer and technical support monkey at Agiga. Um, yes, that's my actual official title. Um, and we're introducing the glasses to a wider audience. Um, just a bit of history. Agiga started developing in late 2024, started taking early pre-orders at the end of 2024. And we had an initial run of pre-orders through the end of October of last year. Um, those initial users were able to, we had a small pool of those that were able to get pre-release hardware so that we can get wider community involvement in helping us to improve um, both the hardware and the software that we're using. Um, so we've had community involvement from the beginning, and that's really been instrumental in doing what we're doing. Um, it's been important. It's been vital. Our principals haven't had a lot of blindness experience before, but they have had a lot of experience with AI. Um, uh, the CEO worked with Amazon when they were initially launching the Echo devices. We all know and presumably love those. And the CTO, Chief Technology Officer, worked with Google with their AI. So they know what they're about with as regards those kinds of things. And so we're able to leverage their experience along with our lived experience to um, make what we hope will be the sort of premier smart wearable for specifically for blind and vision impaired people. I started with a Giga in November of last year, um, and I've been working with them since then. Now we've opened up the Pioneer program a little bit more. So if you know somebody that has the glasses and you want to order them, you can ask them for their referral code, and they can give you that. We can talk about that more later if you like, but I think let's concentrate on what they do and what we're about. Um, Here's my sort of elevator pitch. What EchoVision is trying to do is to become or to offer visual assistance, hands-free, to things that are otherwise difficult or impossible to get through some other way. So that means that yes, of course, apps like Seeing AI or um, different other apps on your phone can get a lot of the same information. But as most of y'all know, when you're blind, you run out of hands really quick because you've got your cane or your guide dog in one hand, you've got your drink or your phone or your whatever in another hand, and then you still have to use a hand for other things. And see, the math tells me that we have two, and sometimes we need three or four. So anything that will free up one is a good thing. Um, I have to stress that these glasses are not a substitute for your primary mobility aids. Um, don't try to replace your cane or your guide dog with these because they won't do that. They'll do a lot of things. They'll do useful things. They'll look for signs and describe what's around you. But because it's AI and because it relies on the internet, there's always going to be some lag. So you're going to be living at least a couple of seconds behind everything. So it says light's green. Yeah, I don't necessarily trust that because the light may have been green 2 seconds ago, but now it's not. So um, keep in mind the limitations, and that's something that I think is very important to stress. And unfortunately, I think a lot of um, technology things promise the moon and um, don't really set realistic expectations, and I really don't want to do that. So what do these things do? We've got well, they're smart glasses. They're sunglasses. They look like sunglasses. Matter of fact, I'd say that they're fairly similar to the Ray-Ban Wayfarers in style. You can get them with either clear lenses or tinted lenses or transition lenses, and we can also fill prescription lenses if you have prescription glasses requirements. I'm wearing them now. I'm going to hold up another pair that I'm not wearing, so you can see what you get. In the box, you get the glasses in a case. Also in the case, there's some clip-on lenses and extra nose pads for better fit. Um, some people may need to change those to make the glasses fit a little bit better. Um, but this is the case that you get, and it's a charging case, just like the Meta case. Um, nice leather case. It's got a button on the back to announce its charging level. Um, whereas most mainstream glasses and battery banks are going to just have a light that flashes and to tell you what the battery level is. This case will beep. And yeah, we're working on that because we understand that they're quite loud and so forth, but we're working on some alternatives. But currently you get beeps, and the number of beeps determines the battery level. For example, 4 is between 75 and 100%, 3 is between 50 and 75%, and so on. Um, so right now, if I double click this button, this says that this case needs to be plugged in to charge. So I will have to do that. Um, Now, when you open the case, you get, yes, thank you very much. It also beeps when you take glasses out or put glasses in to denote whether they're being powered or not. Um, so here are the actual glasses. Um, the controls are pretty simple. There's a button on the left top near the front. There's a button on the right directly across, right near the front. And then there's a touchpad along the left side. And you can feel the touchpad because it's got a line that goes from the back to the front. And that's used to control the volume and um, move through reading material and invoke Siri and all those kinds of things. Um, the left button is used for power and to take photos and video. The right button is used for all of your AI functions that, are sort of the main event. Scene description, where it just takes a photo and describes it, and you can ask questions about it. Live AI, which is where The glasses will sort of continuously describe your surroundings and your environment. We'll play with those a little bit, and then reading mode, which it does exactly what it says on the box. It reads print. Um, so those are kind of the things that we expect. We expect the EchoVision glasses to do. We don't expect them to duplicate other functionality like um, your schedule or your calendar or your um, what have you. Um, Sometimes it does those things, and you can ask the AI for things and it'll go out and look for things and tell you, but that's not our primary focus. Our primary focus is, again, uh, providing visual hands-free information that might otherwise be difficult or impossible to get through other means. So let's talk about control. We will have a wake word, um, the way that Siri does, the way that Alexa does. But that's still in testing. We don't have it quite right yet. So all of the interaction for now, to invoke different things, is through the AI button on the right side of the glasses. One press is for scene description, two for live AI, three for reading mode. And then you can ask it things. So right now I have the glasses paired to this Bluetooth speaker, so that you can hear the output from them. Um, they're a little sensitive right now. We're still working on that, and so I may be muting them a lot during the demo because they'll pick themselves up. They'll pick their own audio up and try to parse a command from that, which obviously isn't ideal. So I'll be muting them occasionally so that you can hear exactly what their output is going to be. So, um, so let's start with scene description, and we'll get a we'll get a description of my cluttered desk here probably. So I'm going to press the button.
The image shows a workspace with a computer monitor turned off on the left and a laptop in front displaying a video call with a woman wearing glasses. There is a window to the right with a white and blue checkered curtain partially covering it. The desk is cluttered with cables, a keyboard, and various electronic devices, but no visible button is clearly identifiable.
Okay, what can you tell me about uh I don't know.
The image shows a workspace with a computer monitor turned off on the left and a
Yes,
laptop
thank
in
you.
front displaying a video call.
All right, so another thing is you can ask it very specific things. For example, you can ask the scene description um, for, let's see, here we go.
It said there was a cord on your desk. Ask it what
It,
color the cord
it
is.
says yes, there are lots of cords on my desk. So, no, that's great. That's a great idea. Tell me about the cords that you see on my desk.
There are several cables and cords tangled together on the desk, including white and black wires. They appear to be charging or data cables, some coiled and some loosely spread around. The cords are mixed with other electronic items and accessories.
Do you see any USB power adapters on the desk?
Yes, there are two black USB power adapters on the right side of the desk near the window curtain. They are rectangular with USB ports visible on top.
Thank you very much. One thing I should point out is that, very like many sighted people, the glasses sometimes do get left and right confused. Some of it's a matter of perspective, I think, and some of it is, well, AI. Um, so that's the scene description. Basically, what that does is it takes a static picture and then describes it, and you can ask follow-up questions about the scene that it's describing. I wonder if this is going to allow me to um, get up and show live AI and see if it's going to follow me through if I like step out the door and also have it describe my hallway. I haven't tried that with all the wireless things, but let's see if it will. I'm going to change my camera view.
Voice open, minimize button, close button, leave
Or
button,
change my
video
camera.
button,
Let's see.
video options, stop video button, video options, menu window, MacBook Air, view camera, Buddy iPhone 16 view camera, menu item. Zoom meeting window, video options, menu button. Buddy iPhone 16 view camera, checked. Today, swipe up camera in use. Camera in use. Swipe up to show notifications. Show notifications. Swipe up to lock. Second. Continuity camera, lock iPhone to resume. Resume continuity camera, editing your iPhone. Group.
Oh, it says to lock. Okay. Wait, did it say to lock my camera? View?
Participants, video options, menu, stop video, video options, menu window.
Now
MacBook
there's
Air,
no
view
image
camera.
on the camera. Yeah, it's back.
Ah, good. Okay. So we'll go with that. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up my speaker here, and we're going to start live AI. I'm gonna press the button twice.
Connecting to live AI. Please hold on.
Live AI is ready. Here's what I see. In the current view, a dark gray smart speaker is.
Oops. There it goes. I forgot to mute her.
I see you've moved the smart.
Muted.
We were hearing her and now we're not. So whatever you
Right.
muted.
Muted.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on one second. Yeah, she
Muted.
wasn't talking. Okay, tell me about what you see.
Muted.
I see you're holding a smartphone in front of you with the screen dark. The laptop remains in the center with the video editing software open, and the desk is still cluttered with boxes and various items.
Okay, so
Your phone is now connecting to the MacBook Air 3 with a green camera icon. The rest of the desk remains unchanged. The view has changed completely. A white door with dark trim is directly in front of you. To the left of the door, there's a white wall with some faint discolorations. The white door is gone from view. You are now looking towards a doorway at 12 o'clock, which leads into a room with light blue walls and a bathtub inside. A dark dog is standing in the doorway.
Tell me about the dog. Oh, wait, I gotta unmute.
We cannot hear you, Buddy, but we can hear her.
Tell me about the dog. Tell me about the dog.
Likely black or dark brown.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
David. The dog is dark, possibly black or dark brown, and is standing in the doorway facing towards the bathroom. There's a light blue bath mat just inside the doorway. Unmuted.
Buddy, you are far, so we cannot hear you well. We can hear her a little bit.
Based on its size, dark coloring, and build, the dog looks similar to a German Shepherd. The dog is turning toward you slightly in the doorway, with its back to the bathroom. The bathroom has white tile floors and light blue walls. The scene is totally different. You're looking down a narrow passage with dark floors. The walls are covered in a blue-gray stone veneer wallpaper, and directly ahead is
Yes,
a
yeah, has left the meeting.
with a black curtain.
Can you tell me about
The narrow passage is still in front of you.
what can you tell me about what's on the wall down the stairs?
The wall on your left is covered in Muted. The wall on your left is covered in a gray stone veneer wallpaper, and there is a framed picture hung on it. The walls ahead and to the right are plain white. Unmuted. Talking down the stairwell.
Buddy, can you come closer?
The long dark framed picture is hung. Muted. The framed picture is directly in front of you, mounted on the stone veneer wall above the stair railing. It's a horizontal piece with dark colors and multiple figures visible.
Okay, that'll do it.
The framed picture is still on the wall along the stairs, and directly down the stairwell, past the dark wooden floor, there appears to be an open doorway.
Okay,
The
thank
view is
you.
now looking into a room through an open doorway. There's a desk and chair in the center, with several cardboard boxes and other clutter around. A window with dark curtains is visible in the background.
Okay, come on, Hilda. All right, so that's live AI. And as you see, she's at least a couple of seconds behind. But she does give pretty good descriptions. Those of you who could see, of course, could also see through my phone camera. So you can tell one presumes and compare with what you were seeing with what she was describing. Change this back.
Open your camera, menu item. Air camera, menu item. Select a camera, MacBook Air camera, menu item. Zoom meeting window. Open participants with MacBook Air.
There we go.
Camera, check.
You're back now. We can see your face.
Ah, good. Okay. So then the other thing is reading mode. And let's see, I have a manual for something here. And let's see what we get with reading mode with this.
Starting text detection, please hold your document steady. Stay still for a moment. Got it. You can lower the page. Processing now. This appears to be a sheet of paper. A-I-U-I, I-Shui, Shua, Shui, IMBG1. End of page. Press the AI button once.
Well,
to read
that
the
was
next page.
that was instructive. Let's see what the other side says.
You're holding it right to left. I think you need to hold it vertically,
Uh,
or it doesn't matter
Starting
because
text detection, please hold your document steady. Move about 1 inch right. Stay still for a moment. Got it. You can lower the page. Processing now. This appears to be printed material. An iSmartwatch. AIMBGI. User manual 800. FE to and from foreign countries 1070. 1234. Oh, 2. User 1234. End of page. Press the AI button once to read the next page.
well, that didn't go terribly well. But yeah, so getting print lined up is still going to be a thing, although they tell me that it will read handwriting. I haven't tried that, but I've had a couple of reports say that yes, they can read handwriting, which is pretty amazing because I don't think I've seen anything that can read handwriting very well. Okay, so there are a couple of questions that I'm sure that people have about how these connect. There's an app that you download. It works on Android or on iOS. Not yet on something like the Blind Shell 3. We're talking to them. Hopefully, we'll be able to get that. But the app is only really used for changing settings, for upgrading the glasses software, things like that. otherwise, the glasses are self-contained. They connect to everything over Wi-Fi. So when you're at home, you can connect to your home Wi-Fi and use them all over your house without having to be tied to your phone. When you're out and about, you have to use your phone's hotspot function to use the glasses, and that we understand that gets a little bit complicated sometimes, the way that the hotspot manages the connection. We are working on allowing the glasses to use Bluetooth instead, the way that most smart glasses do. The difference between what we're doing and what a lot of them do is that um, a lot of the smarts for the glasses are actually run on the phone, and the glasses do very little, mostly being camera and microphone and some software, but most of the heavy lifting is done by your phone, whereas the EchoVision glasses do most of the work, and the phone just provides a connection to the internet
4826 has joined the meeting.
without, let me turn this off,
Voiceover off.
without being required to be completely tied to the glasses. The reason that we did it that way is because Wi-Fi has a lot more bandwidth than Bluetooth does. And so when you're talking about sending video up to be analyzed or pictures up to be analyzed by the AI over yonder, you need more bandwidth, and Bluetooth connection just simply doesn't have as much. I don't know if any of y'all have experienced this, but when I've used the Meta glasses, for example, and I was on a WhatsApp call, I would often get a notification that that the connection is poor. Please disconnect some Bluetooth devices. Well, I didn't have anything else connected. I had my continuous glucose monitor turned on, but that only connects once every sort of 5 minutes for only a few seconds to exchange data, and that's it. So yeah, I guess there's a trade-off there. Oh, one other thing that I neglected to mention that the glasses will do, you can connect to both an Ira agent or a Be My Eyes volunteer. Be My Eyes is a little bit there's a little bit more to connecting to that, because if you've set up your Be My Eyes account as sign in with Google or sign in with Facebook or what have you, sign in with Apple, you need to change the account so that you sign in with an email and a password. That's the only way that the EchoVision glasses are able to connect to Be My Eyes, is through an email and password. But we also will connect to Ira. So let's say you're in the airport that has free Ira access, or you're at Walgreens or Walmart or what have you. You can take advantage of Ira agents through the glasses, and again, hands-free. So you don't have to hold up your phone and again lose a hand. So that's going to be handy for a lot of people. One other thing that the glasses are not, they don't have any sort of screen or display in them, so they won't help you see better, or they won't bring any visual images closer, anything like that. All of your interactions through them are going to be through audio. Like they're going to speak to you, you're going to speak to them, and you're going to control their mode with the AI button. And that pretty much covers what we're doing. Does anybody have any questions or
But-
any clarifications?
Buddy, there are two questions in the chat, and if you could also tell us about the pricing, the subscription, So if somebody
Oh, of
wants,
course.
and how we can try them, is there any way for us to get a demo pair so people on this call can come to any of our centers to try them out? If you could just tell
Yeah.
us a little bit.
Yeah, so we're okay. So as far as the demos, we're piloting a program where AT professionals and so forth can get glasses to evaluate and to train with and so forth. And I think y'all have applied, but I don't know what the status of the program is yet. So hopefully we'll be able to get y'all some glasses to try out soon. Um, if anybody wants to purchase now, um, if you know anybody that has them, you can get a referral code from them. We're happy to help you to do the purchase if you have trouble with it, with navigating that whole process because it is a little bit confusing. You can call us and we can help you. The cost of the glasses, base cost is $599. We do accommodate prescriptions or transition lenses at an extra cost. And you can the $599 covers either clear lenses or brown, like dark brown or dark black tinted lenses. And like I say, you can get prescriptions as well in either the dark brown, dark black, or the clear, or I think transition. There is an AI subscription required currently. If you sign up on the Pioneer program currently, you get the first 6 months free. For the Independence plan is $9.99 a month. It gives you 90 minutes of the live AI, unlimited scene descriptions, and 1,000 pages of print per month. The free Explorer plan is very basic. You still get unlimited scene description. That's the one click of the AI button, the first thing that we did. You only get 5 minutes of the live AI and 100 pages of print. We're gonna offer add-ons. So for $15, you can get another 1,000 pages of print or another uh, I think it's 30 minutes or 30 sessions of live AI. I'm not sure how that hasn't been clarified to me yet, um, how that is going to work. Although those top-up packs that are like $15 for each thing never expire. The others are monthly and they roll out. They what you don't use just kind of goes away at the end of the month and resets. Um, 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 Yeah, like I say, the first 5 months first 6 months are free for the Independence plan. Oh, another thing about the Independence plan that I nearly forgot to mention is that your standard warranty, as long as you have that, is 2 years instead of 1 year.
Okay, Buddy, we have a few questions in the chat. So the first is, what are the limits of the reading setting? Like what size or font can it read?
I don't have a specific on that, but they can apparently read pretty small print. Um, and because the viewing angle is wider, what we did where some manufacturers did a portrait orientation camera, so it's up and down. We set our camera landscape so it's side to side, so it's got a wider viewing angle, something more like 110 degrees rather than like 70 or 80. So it gets more of the view in front of you. So lining things up is slightly less critical. But one thing I do have to mention about that is that you're gonna be holding your page up much higher than you think you will. So but the AI will direct you as far as how it believes it's going to get the best picture with the most stuff in it.
Okay. Another question, can you control the delivery speed of the voices?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. I have it set at 1.2 right now for the demo. I usually keep it at 1.4. It'll go up to 2 times.
Okay. Nancy would like to be in the Pioneer program. So what does she need to do? Shall I send her your email address?
Yeah, you can send her my email address. She can write support@agiga.ai. Does she have a contact that has the glasses already? Does she know anybody that has them?
Nancy, do you know anyone who has them? Okay, she's muted. So I guess we'll find out. So she can use them as references?
She says
Yeah.
not at this time, Tara. So
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
re-explain how you have to be referred, because that I don't think that was clear as
I'm
you
sorry.
intended it to be at the beginning.
I'm sorry yes, you do need a referral code. If you join the EchoVision discussion Google group or the Agiga Facebook group, often people are willing to share their referral codes. And that's perfectly fine. We're happy to have you do that.
So Nancy, I guess you need a referral from someone, either the Facebook group or the Google EchoVision group.
Can you
I
address
think-
when you're going to expect to be able to sell these to the public so no referral code would be needed?
Right. But by the way, I think that I've actually still got a few referrals left myself, so I can probably accommodate at least a couple of y'all. We're planning to start our full version 1 release by the end of August. It's been pushed back several times. We've had some manufacturing challenges, and then recently we've made a couple of engineering changes that have required some additional testing. For example, the Pioneer glasses have a very loose hinge, and that was really kind of bothering people. And I understand why. I understand both why we had the looser hinges, but also why it bothered people. Um, um, because there are wires that go through those hinges that get bent a lot back and forth, and we wanted to be sure that as much strain as possible was taken off of that. But we re-engineered the hinges, so those will be better. We also upgraded the camera slightly, and we have a bigger battery in the V1 release that's going to give you a longer runtime. That is something that I haven't addressed, and I really should. 6 to 8 hours of just sort of audio use. As you use the AI and the camera, of course, that usage is going to go down. And the live AI is a real battery hog, and we understand that. There's not a whole bunch of way around that. But right now, I usually get between 30 and 45 minutes continuous use of the live AI, and we're hoping to increase that by at least 50%. One nice feature that we have that I don't think anybody else has is that you can plug a USB-C power bank into the back of the glasses, stick it in your pocket, and they'll run much, much longer, keeping the internal battery charged, and just run the glasses while charging them. So you don't have to stop what you're doing and put them in the case and charge them for a while. And matter of fact, you can even use the case as a battery bank in a pinch. So they can theoretically last quite a long time if you plug them into something.
Another question is, do prescriptions need to be done through Agiga, or can they be done aftermarket?
I'm sorry.
The prescription, if somebody's using,
prescriptions.
prescription lenses.
currently we're telling people that we'll do them. I think that it's possible to get lenses replaced, and I expect any competent optician could do it. But at this time, we're recommending that people get them through us just because we want to be sure that the lenses get replaced correctly.
Okay. Any questions? Anybody would like to raise their hands if you have any questions? Because we have been answering only chat questions, so we need to answer more.
We want to hear from y'all.
Hi, this is Edie. Can I ask a question?
Yes,
Go
of
ahead.
course.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hi. This sounds great. But I'm confused by like all the different plans and the costs and the subscriptions and stuff. So like, is that written down? I know that might sound silly, but
Yes.
is it written down somewhere? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
How do I get it?
There is a frequently asked questions list on our website.
Okay.
I am happy to send direct links to that. Of course, you can go to agiga.ai, and you'll find all the links to everything there. But I'm happy to send direct links to the frequently asked questions list, to the user guide, and so forth, to anyone that wants them, or I can send them to Tara and she can pass them on, whatever
Sure.
works easiest.
Yeah, we can do that. Thank you. Sandy?
Hi, you sort of said this, but just a real quick review. Your biggest competitor is the Meta glasses. So price aside, what are the advantages of a Giga glasses over the Meta glasses? What's your big sell? Just if you could review that.
Okay, yeah, I can. And yeah, that's kind of the elephant in the room, isn't it? Um, so the Meta glasses are great for what they are, and what they do. They're a mainstream product that just happen to be terribly useful. And they are, but they don't go far enough. Um, for example, there are things that they will not read. If you can get them to read things, you have to sort of um, talk around things to get them. For example, what's on this bottle? I can't. I cannot give medical advice. Okay. Can you read me this label? And you have to kind of massage your request a bit more to get what you want out of it. They don't describe people very well either. Um, and ours actually give really nice descriptions of people, and you can always ask for more detail. Um, so their descriptions don't go far enough, and the reading definitely doesn't go far enough. We have a dedicated reading mode. The Meta glasses may read to you, but they may even if you tell them to read this verbatim, they may just as easily just summarize. Whereas we have the dedicated reading mode. Um, the other the other thing is that we at Agiga we don't do anything with your data. We use it to prompt the AI. We don't keep it. We don't monetize it. We don't sell it. Um, I can't make any promises about what the backend AIs, the Google and the OpenAI do. But we handle your data in as minimal a way as possible. Meta does not. Um, Certainly, I would be mindful of, for example, reading sensitive or private material with any smart glasses. But frankly, the Meta's privacy policy scares the crap out of me. Because basically they say anything that comes through the camera on the Meta glasses is fair game for them to use in whatever way they like. They'll use it to train their AIs. They'll use it to, um, they'll monetize it. They'll use it for whatever. And I have a problem with that. You scan your social security statement with your glasses, or your bank statement, or your medical records. All of those pictures could potentially get kept. And we don't want to keep any of that stuff. We may keep some stuff eventually, for memory between sessions. For example, we want to be able to do face recognition, where you can program the glasses to recognize your spouse, or your parents, or important people in your life. And obviously, they're going to need to retain some data to do that. But we want to keep that as minimal as possible. So those are the real differences. Essentially, that we're purpose built, and Meta is not. Meta is more for social media posting, and sort of more human interaction. And by the way, we have this AI that does useful things, whereas we have this we have this AI that does really useful things, and we're really trying to target what we ask the AI to do on our behalf, specifically for our population.
So, thank you, Buddy. But one clarification, and then one more question. If I'm in reading mode in Agiga glasses, it'll capture a picture of that page, read it to me, but it doesn't save it in a file somewhere that I could go back to it.
It doesn't, well, there is a history that you can view on your phone of your AI interaction. So you could potentially do that, but currently no. Currently there is no way to explicitly save your reading as a file. I think I'd like to see that at some point in the future, but at the moment we're just sort of working out our core functionality. But I'd like to see that too.
Can I
Okay, and
tag
then
on to
yeah.
that, Sandy, real quick? Does it do more than one page at a time? I know that you had talked about a book reading mode at one
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people, in fact, are reading books with it. So yeah, it'll read facing pages.
We have a question about the difference between scene description and live AI.
Well, the essential difference is that live AI continuously updates its input. So when you move around, it's constantly getting newer images and describing those, whereas scene description takes a static picture, and it may take one later, but certainly not as often. But it describes like just a static moment in time um, when you invoke it.
Okay, there's a question about taking pictures. Is that only for description, or does it save it in the glasses? And do
So
you
the
need Wi-Fi for that?
so the pictures, yeah, it will take pictures. They don't get you those pictures and videos don't get analyzed in any way. They're just stored on the glasses. There's a bit of a problem that we're trying to work out, that sometimes pictures from the glasses don't transfer properly and they just go away. It's a little bit of a problem. Um, but it's more reliable than it was, but it's not 100% yet, and we definitely want it to be. But yeah, your glasses will hold some pictures and video, um, if you take pictures or video. By the time we release, I hope that it's going to be 100% reliable in transferring those things to your phone.
Okay, how does calling Be My Eyes count in the monthly subscription plan? Is it free? Like using
It,
Be My Eyes?
yeah, that's free. You just tell it to call a volunteer, and it makes the video connection. So that we don't have any kind of charge for utilizing either of those services. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever you pay is going to be by the platform. Of course, Be My Eyes is completely free.
Mhm. Okay.
Now, I do have to point out that there are limitations with Be My Eyes. Be My Eyes has a couple of programs. For example, it has the um, the group thing where you can set up your own group of people that you can call for sort of more personal help. We don't have access to that yet. I hope we get access to that. I think we have been talking to Be My Eyes at least informally, but I don't know what came of that. So hopefully we'll be able to get that. Also, the other thing that you don't get is the sort of professional access. You know how some organizations have
Mhm.
a partnership with Be My Eyes, so you can call them and get specific professional sighted assistance with those particular products or services like the Marriott. Um, no, is it Marriott or is it Hilton? Dang it,
I
Hilton.
think it's the Hilton. Yeah.
Hilton. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Hilton. I misspoke. Yeah, so those are like Microsoft or Lego. I think Lego even now too. Anyhow, we don't have direct access to that either. So essentially, with Be My Eyes, you can just ask the glasses to call Be My Eyes or call a volunteer.
Mhm.
You'd press the button once, ask it those things, and it'll place the call. But the specialized, more targeted things we don't yet support.
Mhm. Another comment, it says Meta has both of these now, so hopefully Agiga can get it too.
I hope
It is.
so.
Yeah.
I think there are some politics involved with that, um, because Meta and Be My Eyes have a very specific partnership. I think that plays into this somewhat, but I don't have a lot of details on any of that.
And you can make regular calls through the glasses, correct?
You can make phone calls because they act just like a regular any Bluetooth audio headset.
But again, it has to be through Wi-Fi,
Okay.
right?
Right. Well, okay, so the audio calls, like if you make a phone call, that's over Bluetooth just as Bluetooth audio through your headset. Like we don't have anything like making WhatsApp calls or something like that. And I'd sure like it. But that's a part of that's a limitation from Apple.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
Karen?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yes, hi, Buddy. Very helpful information. I'm curious as to how you're sort of in something like beta testing or something like that. I mean, where you're making improvements to the product as you go, which is wonderful. But anybody who buys at a certain point, what sort of plan is there when, say, by August or October or whatever, there have been sort of major changes? Is there any way for them to advance to where you are?
Oh, 100%. Um, so when um, when we do our V1 release, we're going to start, you know, in groups. We're going to start inviting people to upgrade from the Pioneer Edition hardware to the V1 hardware. In either case, the software is going to always upgrade, and everybody's going to get full access to the software upgrades.
Okay, so an upgrade means pay more money, though.
No,
No.
not even a little
Okay.
bit. No,
Okay.
upgrade means that you send back the Pioneer hardware, and we send you out the V1 release hardware when your batch comes up. Upgrading of the software means you go into the EchoVision app. It says there's a software update. You install it. You've got the new capabilities. You're absolutely not paying for anything new unless we come out with a whole new generation of hardware after V1. And in
Thank
that case, that's a whole different thing. And I don't think we've worked out what we're going to do with that yet, because that's going to be a little ways off.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Website?
Oh,
The
can you
website.
give your- yeah.
The website is www.agiga.ai. That's AGIGA.ai.
AGIG.
AGI.
GA.ai.
GA.
AI.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tongue twister.
It is.
Okay. So we have one last
I
question.
have it.
Does EchoVision store faces for facial recognition?
Not yet. That's something we're working on, but we don't do it yet.
Okay. Any pressing question before we go?
AI.
Any
Compatibility with hearing aids.
That's the $50 question. If your hearing aid presents as a standard Bluetooth audio device, the Phonak ones do, we'll work directly with those. Other hearing aids, like the Oticon ones and some other ones, currently require an extra sort of accessory that allows you to connect over Bluetooth to them. I think we're exploring the potential to do some other things with that, but a lot of that depends on how much cooperation we can get from hearing aid manufacturers.
Thank you.
Okay, Buddy, thank you so much for this presentation. It was just giving us real life how it works. And this is the future. Honestly, I mean, we know that there are these bumps on the way, but that's the future for all of us. So we really appreciate it. And thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me, and I appreciate all of y'all. Any questions?
Yeah. How soon
that
can I
anyone
get a
has?
referral?
Yeah, E.T., I will send your email to Buddy as well.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions that anyone has, you can send to contact@agiga.ai. Contact@agiga.ai, and either I or Amy will answer them.
So it's there in the chat now, the email address that he gave. And Nancy says, good luck with the launch. And thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you all for joining us today. Until next month and our next Tech Talk. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks.
Memorial Day.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thanks,
Bye,
y'all.
Tara. Thank you. It was great.
Thanks. Bye.